Good morning, everyone. You know, today is a sad day, it's a happy day, it's an emotional day, it's a day of reflection. So all these emotions are what we are all experiencing, but let us be grateful first for Minister Angie Motshekga. You know, many don't know, but when we were appointed as ministers, the new ministers, we said like, hey, there's so many protocols. How these people, there's so many things we need to learn. And we don't think these ones are going to teach us. Because these new ministers, they're old ministers. And I smiled. They say, Minister McKenzie, why are you smiling? I said, because Mom Angie is there. I don't know about you, but I know she's going to teach me where I don't know. So, Mom Angie, you know, I love you, Minister, and thank you for what you've already taught me, and you do it in such a respectful way. You are truly a mother, and we learn from you just by looking at you sometimes, how you conduct yourselves in the meetings. The other day, I was very hungry in the cabinet meeting, but just as I wanted to take food, they said we should go in. And as we were going in, Deputy Minister General Bantu Olomisa, I was hungry, and I didn't know. I was hoping the meeting will finish early so I can go out and eat. And I saw Minister Motshekga standing up and going to get some tea and one cake. I was never so happy. I said, all right, if she does it, then it's allowed. So I stood up. I went to go get 6 cakes and with my coffee. So it's a great honor to have Honorable Motshekga here. General Bantu Olomisa, Deputy Minister, has not worked out. I sat next to him many times. He has not worked out that I don't understand a single word of Xhosa. And I'm too scared to tell him I don't understand Xhosa, because he will then give me a lecture of why, and I must answer why. And he has never spoken to me in any other language. All I say is, yeah, yeah. I want Deputy Minister Richard Hlophe, thanks for being here. And thanks when you speak to me, Deputy Minister, that you speak English. I appreciate that. Thank you. MEC Zanele, you are always supportive of all the programs of government. And it's always an honor for me to see you being here. Thank you very much. The chairperson of Freedom Park, Dr. Becky Langa, thank you for those words. I would also like to thank the chairperson of the Real Umkhonto weSizwe because I was a bit confused which one is he talking about. I would also like to thank the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps for those powerful words. Thank you for your words and the manner that you have shared and that you have taught us. Thank you very much. Then I want to thank the MC, the program director. You know, things have changed so much. There was a time when I was in jail, but before I went to jail, people were called MCs. When I came out of jail, people are called program directors. So, to the acting DG, Mr. Ndima, thank you for leading us. And I will come to the will come to the ambassador of Zambia. But I would like to look at and appreciate everybody that's here. And I want us to give a specific hand of applause to all the women that are dressed so fine here today. You know, you bring color, and if you don't clap, then you are jealous. Chairperson, I've not seen you clap. You know, from the minister right through to the woman here, you bring color to this event that's so set. And you've taken time. You know, we men, it's very obvious, we just put on whatever you find along the way. And I want to thank the women for that. All the ambassadors that are here, I want to thank you. You are true friends of our country. Because it's not the first time. You are not only here on a diplomatic assignment, but you are always involved in things that are important to us. You know, for me, the numerous events that I've attended, I always see the same ambassadors being present. And I see them here today. So to every ambassador that's here, from the bottom of my heart and from the Government of National Unity, we appreciate you and we hope that you can remain ambassadors for the next 50 years in our country. I would like to welcome the families of the fallen heroes. I would like to welcome everybody that took the time to be here today. I even want to welcome the media that are here today. And we, as the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, has been tasked with national days and important days in our calendar, in our national calendar. And we've declared this month, Heritage Month, as the month of heroes and heroines. It is not only this month where we're going to honor them. We are launching it this month, and it will end until the last fallen soldier is back on South African soil. And it's not stopping, it is only beginning. And as a new minister, the first thing you do in your spare time, my friends don't understand this, my family don't understand this. The president called me last week and he asked me, Minister, how are you holding up? I said, President, do you want the diplomatic answer or do you want the answer I will give at home when you are very far? He says, give me the answer when I'm very far, General. I said, number one, I've underestimated the volume of work that ministers are tasked with. I've underestimated that. Ministers have a lot of work. For me, sometimes not to answer my phone for 13 hours, not to be on Twitter, Facebook, social media, not because I don't want to, but because of the volume of work. I said, and secondly, President, I want to retract something I said previously. He said, what's that? I said, I used to say these ministers get paid for nothing and they get paid a whole lot of money. Today, I want to admit that ministers are really underpaid at looking at the work. Esteemed guests, I want to start by honoring in his absence our President, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. Because in 2020, as the esteemed minister has mentioned, he made a commitment. Now, as a minister, I don't care which party you are from. We are serving at the behest of President Ramaphosa. Some of us, maybe we would like to act that we've appointed ourselves or the voters appointed us. There are people with more votes than the party I belong to, and they are not here. I am here because the president deemed it fit and proper to appoint me. So we were in Ekurhuleni, and there was a song that was saying, a Sotho song. Generally, if you want to talk Sotho to me. The song was, Re o rata kaofela Ramaphosa. Hey, we were in trouble, the ones that are not from the ANC. Me, I was standing up and I was singing, Re o rata kaofela. I was singing. And one person next to me said, but you are not from the ANC. Why are you saying? I said, I am appreciating. I said, you see, when you're in those blue lights and you're not stuck in traffic, remember who appointed you. I am remembering. So I was singing for the privilege of serving South Africa. And I was singing the loudest, Re o rata kaofela. And my friend called me, he says, I saw you singing Re o rata kaofela. I said, where are you now? Harry, no, I'm coming from Pretoria. I said to him, no, what's wrong if I sing that? He says, no, but you can't be singing, you love Ramaphosa. I said, but I love him now. He says, no, man, you can't. I said, no, I don't blame you. The frustration of traffic, no, it's getting to you. Ladies and gentlemen, on a more serious note, I wanted to bring some laughter and clear the air because we are celebrating heroes here today. You know, when President Cyril Ramaphosa said in 2020 that he would like to see all the fallen heroes be returned to South African soil, I read that and I took that instruction very seriously because I was not there. So I read, what is it that my principal expects of me as a minister? I walked in my office and my first meeting was Mr. Ndima. I said, please tell me about our veterans that died, our heroes that died on foreign soil, And he gave me the most poignant, I heard the previous speaker said he has a problem with that word. I thought he's going to say non-zeka, that-zeka. The most poignant examples of our heroes in foreign land. And I said to him, why has it not been done? He said, it cost a lot, Minister. I said, you see, the highest cost any individual can pay was his life. There's no higher cost than paying with your life. So as the minister, I'm not going to be told it's expensive. I don't care how much it costs, but they must come home because I understand the pain of dying without knowing what happened to your loved ones. My mother died, I said it during the budget speech, before they could find her brother. It's a pain that never leaves you. You walk in the house, you find your mom crying, you say, Mom, what's wrong? And she says, no, it's okay, my child. And you start to learn that your mother is crying because her brothers has died. She don't know whether they're alive. So for me as the minister, I saw it as a God-given, as they say, incident for God to speak to the president, to give me this specific portfolio where what my mother's pain was, to make sure that other mothers don't go through the same pain that my mother has gone through. So I'm here today to thank the President first. And I also want to say, as Minister Motshekga has, when she taught me the whole process and briefed me, she said something. She said, you must be very careful. You are dealing here with a very sensitive matter. You are dealing with families that are hurt, that are broken, that has been disappointed. So in your dealings with them, always remember who you're dealing with. And your behavior should be that of an understanding minister. And I want to assure the families, I want to make a promise here today that your loved ones shall follow. We will not rest. My term as Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture shall be overshadowed with finding our veterans and returning them to South Africa, no matter the cost. I went to Russia on holiday with my kids many years ago, and I saw a flame, General, and I asked, what is this flame? A monument. They said it's a flame, it's a monument for all those soldiers that is in unmarked graves, that we don't know their names. The ones that the Minister Motshekga was speaking about, that was burned at Vlakplaas, that was thrown to crocodiles. I promise you today that next year we shall have a monument and a flame even for them under my leadership as the minister. So to the prayer warriors, please pray that I should remain here and not be reshuffled until after I've done that promise. So immediately after the flame, you can release the, then I can go. The heroes, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Russia, Angola, Nigeria, all these countries, Ambassador, when our people had nowhere to go, you opened your doors for them. When there was nowhere, you open your doors for them. All these countries with our fallen heroes, you open the doors for our people in South Africa. But you did that at great risk to your own country. Some of your countrymen died in the process of opening the doors for our soldiers. Some of them paid the price because they opened the doors for South Africans. And that's something that we should never forget. But that's also something that we should speak about. And we will be very dishonest. We will be very dishonest. And I have no intention of being dishonest here today if I don't acknowledge the role that your countries has played in opening the doors for our people and hosting them and looking after them and caring for them and giving them medicine and giving them shelter. You have done that. But I shall also be very dishonest. We are being accused of being xenophobic. No, we are not. This morning I was in a plane with a gentleman from Zimbabwe. He lives in South Africa and he's giving jobs to 24 South Africans in his company. And I said to him, and he said, hey, I was scared to take a picture with you. To ask for a picture, I said, why? He said, I thought you were going to say Abahambe. I said to him, are you here legally? He says, yes. And that's when he told me the story about the jobs. So we need your help. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Angola, Tanzania, Egypt, we are brothers. We are children of Mother Africa. And every person is welcome from Zambia, from Zimbabwe. All we are asking you is to help us, because with the people that's contributing to our country, there are 3 or 4 or 5 that comes here illegally to do illegal things. We have a crisis in our country that we are also calling on yourselves to assist us, because people that are suffering are good Zimbabweans, good Zambians that are coming here to do business, that are coming here to contribute positively. And then you get some that are coming here from Nigeria, from other countries to sell drugs to our children. And it will be dishonest if we are not talking about that. So we don't have the right to say we don't want Zimbabweans here. We don't have the right to say we don't want Nigerians here. We do not have the right to say we don't want people from Tanzania here. We have no such a right to say people from Lesotho should not be here. But we must emphasize the fact that we have a border and we have laws in this country that needs to be followed. And they should come through the law and they will feel the South African hospitality that you are going to feel today, here with us today. I want to thank Zambia and Zimbabwe for your efficiency. My first task as a minister was to bring back our heroes. But your efficiency, as your country's efficiency, shocked me and inspired me. I said, if the Zambians are so quick and the Zimbabweans, we must be quicker. And to my team in the office, I know I've been a slave driver. And I've used the Zimbabweans and the Zambians to say, those people are so fast, our brothers that side and our sisters. Let's be faster. And indeed, you know, the office team, and this would not have been possible, Minister, without your people, without the willingness, even where we didn't really follow the correct process. Your people taught us the correct process, General, to say, you know, to being a general is just like that. Yes. General, I was dating a girl many years ago. Her father was a general. The first day when I arrived at the house, I was shocked how he speaks to the kids. Bring me salt. Bring me water. Switch off the TV. Neat. Like the general, 100%. So, you mustn't pray for Mom Angie not to be reshuffled. She obviously she's a senior minister. They will take her to one of the senior posts. But if they want to remove her there, because she always speaks to me in such a good voice, I don't want her to say, Gayton, come here now. And she's going there. With a deputy like that, I don't trust him. She's going there. You must watch a deputy. I would like to say to the families, the process is difficult for you. The process is extremely difficult. But I want to thank you on behalf of every South African. I want to thank the families that are not here. And you know, when I heard, I'm not a member of the African National Congress, but I got emotional when I heard that Duma Nokwe was found with a scarf of the ANC. For me, my advice to every member of South Africa, and particularly the ruling party, the majority party, ruling the GNU, I want to say to you, reflect. Let that scarf be a sign of deep reflection. That your Nobala, your Secretary General, and this is not a lecture, this is just a partner. We are together there by the GNU. Just telling you, use this as deep reflection that a man that led your organization as the Secretary General was found with the flag of your organization around his neck. Those that understand will understand. Those that don't understand, you are going to be a problem very soon for your party. Then it was spoken, there's a journalist, and he's here. I said I will answer you inside, so I want to keep to my promise. The journalist was telling me, how much does the whole thing gonna cost? I said to him, we met, do you remember when at the previous event, he says, yes, I was there at another event before I was a minister, I was still a party in opposition, a member of a party vying for government power. And he was there when the previous minister, Minister Lamula, was explaining something. The very same journalist that was there, the journalist that asked me today, how much is it going to cost? I said, just wait till I get to the mic. So I'm at the mic now. When Minister Lamula, where we met the first time, at his press conference, he was talking about bringing back the Guptas from Dubai. You never stood up there and asked, how much is it going to cost? But today you have the guts to come and ask, how much is it costing to bring our heroes? The problem is, I am not this minister that's intimidated by the media. I'm not used to nice media. So I'm saying to you today, no, this government don't have the type of money it would cost to really bring our veterans. Because if I have to put it in, I'll put it on 100 trillion, the worth of bringing one body here. Our people died. Our leaders died. The freedom that you are having today and that I am having is because of the blood that was spilled by these people that we are honoring. And this is only the beginning. You heard the ministers praised me when she said, we said we'll bring 3 at a time. Because McKenzie is now there. And me, you know, ek buy Zani. And we brought 40. And we're bringing more. When we go to Angola, I've set a new target, Minister, of 150 must be brought back. Because time waits for no one. Our heroes must come and rest, and they must come and rest properly. In conclusion, for the ambassadors, I have a special message to you. President Macron invited, because I spoke to the French ambassador. President Macron, the French ambassador, is here. President Macron invited President Ramaphosa to functions in Paris. President Ramaphosa then said he shall be represented by the Honorable Gayton McKenzie. Now you hear yesterday in Parliament there was a fight. They called me a bandit. I said, I can't get angry. People say, Mamtech, why don't you get angry? I said, in life, you must always consider the source. Who's speaking before you react? If His Excellency, the first citizen, Matamela, Sir, Erimuratangaufela, Ramaphosa, is calling me, speaking to his equal in France, and seeing me worthy of saying, I'm sending honorable. How can I worry about people that's going through a serious divorce in the Progressive Alliance? When they say the revolution will eat its children, they're talking about that arrangement that they are having there. South Africans, I got to Paris when I got to the door, because now my chief of staff said, we'll send the email that you are coming. Because I'm old school, I said, make me a copy. I kept it here. Because if there's one hater there that didn't want me to enter, I must take out ambassador. So I took out, when I got there, they say, honorable? I said, yes. Walk in. People were complaining about the rain. It was raining. 6 hours straight, raining. Me, I'm just like this. I don't talk, I smile. Because I'm happy. They say McKenzie is so excited to be a minister. Hey, I'm very excited. You are not lying. I am the most excited. If you've sat in a prison cell one day and God transformed your life the way God has touched me, and God put me through my mother's prayers on a certain point, how can I be sad? I'm very excited. Even my children, they got a raise when I was appointed. I'm so excited. I said, don't worry about the salary, I'm here. You can use the salary, I'm just happy to be here. Because we live in the greatest country in the world. South Africans in the greatest continent. South Africans, let me tell you, and Africans, don't underestimate where you are born. We live on a great continent, and we as South Africans, we're part of a great part of the continent. And to the ambassadors, I know you are being asked this question, because when I was invited in Paris, my friend says, Paris, I said, Paris. Because I heard when I got there, it's not Paris, it's Paris. So when you say, well, you're going to Paris, I don't answer. Don't know where that is. You must say Paris. So when I got to Paris, I get invited to all these important events. But I've made friends now with the sports ministers on the continent. But they are not being invited. I see the sports minister of Azerbaijan, the sports minister of this country. We are always together, but these important events, they are not being invited, but I am invited. And then I realized, I first thought it's because these people think intellectually I can share some knowledge. I realized very quickly, Minister Mutshekga, the only reason why I get invited to these things was because they want to hear, they are curious about the government of national unity. That is the reason why I was invited. So I want to tell all the ambassadors that are here. You've probably heard that there are lots of stories about the GNU. How long is it going to last? They're saying the GNU is not going to last. So you have the GNU, you have the Progressive Caucus. These two, This progressive caucus on my left-hand side says, we are not going to last. They that said we are not going to last are going to divorce at the moment. They are taking each other's members. That thing is no longer standing. Hey, General, you missed the... that thing is no longer existing, basically. Because we can't be in partnership. And I'm busy stealing the members of the ANC, and the ANC is busy. Members, they come and go. But top leadership, they are taking each other's top. So how can that be a partnership? It's a partnership built on hate. And anything built on hate will not last. Anything. So today I'm here to tell the ambassadors that GNU is going to last for 5 years. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to people that are angry because they are saying the GNU is going to last for 2 years. The problem they are sitting with is if the ANC and the EFF was to form a government, they need me. They can't form a government without me and my votes and my seats. So I want to declare here that for the next 5 years, I'm not moving. And the ANC, as the majority party, the biggest party they represent, they lead us. And tomorrow or the year thereafter, we will lead maybe when we have the most. But I'm not a man that likes fiction. I like fact. Although sometimes it's uncomfortable, but the fact remains a fact. I want to tell the ANC members that are here, you are embarrassing us. Because in the history of the ANC, there's never been a president that served the full term. That is not right. Because you, the president of our country, I'm asking ANC members, let's change this thing. With this the impression being created that we can't have a president to serve his full terms. There's never been one president in South Africa that served his full term. Let President Ramaphosa be the first president of our country to serve 2 full terms. We want stability, we want to move forward, and he is the glue that keeps us together. The ones that get angry, I know you had plans, but now those plans, just put it one side, let us build together, and let's build a great South Africa. And I say this from the bottom of my heart. To Zambia, thank you. Thank you for being home. The president of the PAC is in Zimbabwe. But the laugh is so much that they are saying, no, but you can't take him. He's one of us. He's one of us. And what I hear from that, it's the true love amongst people that come from the same continent. For them to say, you can't take him, he's ours. It shows that we were not just an unwelcome visitor. So I want to thank, this round I want to thank the Zambians. I want to thank the Zimbabweans. I want to thank the President of Zambia, I want to thank the President of Zimbabwe on behalf of my President, President Cyril Ramaphosa. I want to thank you because we would not have been here if it wasn't for you. You played the most important role in this whole event today. And I want to say to you that we love you and help us to deal with these ones that's trying to bring and sully the relationship that we have. We are children of Africa. May God bless all of you, and I thank you. Thank you very much.